breeze.
Frankly, Miss Scarlet, I don't give a sneeze.
What is the news across the whole nation? We have got the whole information in a way that sets us to giggling. Parasols fluttering, petticoats wiggling. We simply love and adore to give you our views. L-D-D, great balls of fire, laughing looks at the news with Richard and Dan.
And now the Laugh-In News with the Paris Peace Talks, untranslatable, income taxes very hateable, Twiggy's figure quite inflatable, and Mayor Yorkie undebatable.
Here's tonight's headlines. Mickey Rooney injured. Stubbs nose on wastebasket.
Ralph Nader furious as president of General Motors suffers an amnesia attack and is unable to recall anything.
Richard Penniman, inventor of carbon paper, today disappeared without a trace.
I can't wait to hear that one. And here now with news of the present is Dick.
John Lindsay, mayor of New York City, complained again today about receiving repeated obscene phone calls. The mayor said it's horrible. Every time I pick up a phone, I hear a low, throaty voice whispering, "Nelson Rockefeller, Nelson Rockefeller." Hollywood, California, Cedars of Lebanon Hospital. Medical history was made today when world-renowned female impersonator Jim Bailey gave birth to a 7-pound, 9-ounce.
7-pound, 9-ounce what?
They don't know yet. And now with news of the future, where's Dan?
Now that's Here's Dan.
Oh, thank you. You want to tell Dan to do the news of the future?
Berkeley, California. 20 years from today, this morning, Tiny Tim's son graduated from college. And when asked if he planned to follow in his father's footsteps, he replied that he wasn't sure. He then picked up his shopping bag and flew up into the top of the nearest tree. News of the future 20 years from now, rolling right along. Scientists have analyzed every cargo of rocks and dirt taken from the moon since Apollo 1. And now, with the delivery of the 12,000th load of material, scientists have discovered that the moon is gone. Here's the future 20 years from now, Madrid, Spain. Famous Spanish toreador Federico de Cordova thrilled the crowds today as he entered the ring wearing a sequined jacket, a chartreuse sash, puce pants, and began making...
What was that again?
He began making...
You had me with the puce pants.
Well, he began making outrageous passes at the bull.
You'll have to learn to straighten up on those serious items. And now to our down east sportscaster, Judd Strunk, with the game of the week from Farmington, Maine, the sports capital of America.
Hi there. This Judd Strunk, your announcer from up here in Farmington, Maine, sports capital of the world, bringing you the biggest thing since Harvey Boynton sold smoke glasses at the eclipse of the sun. A sport called the stick catch. It's a beauty. Now, game of the week, what this fella's got to do laying on the foam rubber is give himself a push-up, put that pole back across them 2 bars, grab that big stick, land on his feet, and head her out backwards. You think he can do it? There he goes! Right up and over the bar, he put it right back, he's landing, he's got the stick, he's running backwards, and that is Dwight Newton doing all he can to cart her off. He's coming right up on the finish, I think he's got it. And this is Judd Strunk broadcasting from the capital of the world, Farmington, Maine, sports. Back to you, Dan and Dick.
Now the medical news with Dr. Martha Welby.
The government is doing its part to advance medical research. For instance, the United States Surgeon General's office has just announced that they have discovered a definite connection between cigarette smoking and invisible weaving.
Here's a special report from a man who is outstanding in his field.
Here I am, outstanding in my field.
But I told you he was outstanding in his field.
In Hollywood, many restaurants have a practice of naming dishes after famous celebrities. Recently, a restaurant in Washington began the same thing with political figures.
May I help you?
Oh. Yes, what kind of soups do you have today?
We have 2 kinds of soup. We have the Jack Anderson and the Richard Nixon. The first is security leak, and the second is perfectly clear.
Oh, don't you have the Kleindienst soup anymore?
No, we had to take that out. We found a bug in it. Oh, now for salad, may I recommend the LBJ Heavy Hearts of Lettuce? It comes with a delicious vinegar and oil depletion dressing.
Oh, listen, I'd like to have something to drink, but I don't want any more of that Hubert Humphrey pleased us punch.
Well, then let me bring you our delicious IT&T.
What do you have for main courses?
The main courses, you have a choice between the Martha Mitchell tongue sandwich, the welfare meat loafers with a side order of Ku Klux clams, or the congressional special.
Congressional special? What's that?
Bologna. Oh, we also have a defense budget steak, but you can't cut it. You have to swallow the whole thing.
And what's for dessert?
I'm sorry to say, all we have is H-wrap brownies.
It said on the menu you have the Vietnamese delight.
You know, it's a very sad thing about the Vietnamese delight. We've had so much trouble with it, no one can ever finish it, and it's very expensive. Matter of fact, we're thinking of withdrawing it from the menu.
And now, the senior citizens' news.
Copy, boy! Come here, watch how it's done. I know what like to look at, you punks, you... There's old news tonight! Yes, sir! 90-year-old Wilbur Thomas was arrested today when he was discovered lurking in the bushes near the senior citizens' home. He was wearing an ill-fitting, white, wrinkled jumpsuit. He was released when it was found that Mr. Thomas was, in fact, naked. Naked as a jaybird. So they rearrested him for jaywalking.
Now to Sydney, Australia, to talk to Mr. Harry Harris, famous kangaroo boxer.
Tell me, Harry, what is the hardest part of boxing a kangaroo?
Well, the hardest part about boxing a kangaroo is getting the lid to stay down after you got the kangaroo in the box.
Here with the special news items, the internationally known columnist, Jim Bacon.
Well, it looks like Splitsville for Mickey and Minnie Mouse. It seems that Minnie's new flame is the star of that rat horror picture, Ben. Reliable sources tell me that they were seen together at Chez Pierre restaurant, nibbling away on Pierre.
Now to Donna Jean Young with previews of this week's television shows. Just tell the television.
Lassie tracks an escaped convict from Houston to the Rio Grande, requiring the state troopers to spread newspapers all over Texas.
What's the next item, Donna Jean?
Owen Bonanza. A wealthy cattle baron discovers his cattle aren't really wealthy. And finally, don't forget to watch Ironsides Thursday when he asks a girl out on a date and she stands him up.
This is Gary Owens reminding you that 25 years ago on this date, King Andrew the Stupid of Romania gave up his throne and ran off with a soup spoon named Fred.